Kia ora. Welcome to our flosstube number 29. We are neat and not by the sea, and we're coming to you from Port Chalmers in Aotearoa, New Zealand. My name is Catherine, and my pronouns are she, her.
And I'm Victoria.
Who speaks more in this room?
Short and to the point, that's me.
Okay. Hello. Now, physics question. Like third dimension, sort of like alternative universe.
I didn't do very well in 7th form physics.
Yeah, well, me neither. Does it feel to you like we last podcast
Ages
6 months ago?
Yes, it does.
It's weird. I'm like, I'm not going to podcast weekly, but it feels like it was forever ago.
It really does. I mean,
yeah.
We have changed our night from after saying we weren't going to. It is
that's
now
right.
Thursday.
Oh, that's right. It's Thursday.
Because the reason your husband goes out on a Thursday night?
He goes out on a Thursday night. I'm a very needy wife. In case it doesn't come through, if Martin's home, I want to be with him.
And I used to catch up with a friend to walk after work on a Thursday. But Park Run has started back up in Dunedin, so we're now back to our normal Saturday morning.
Yeah, so the one time we tried to do work, followed by Victoria's walk, followed by flosstube.
Well.
Victoria called herself Catherine. So I was like, Victoria, we're not going to do that.
We'll just do it, yeah.
I didn't realise about
But now everything has fallen into place, so it's great.
Which brings us very nicely to, shout out to Zeb. So Zeb was very sweet, and she messaged me last night to say, are you okay? Because there's a lot of COVID in New Zealand. Are you okay? Because COVID and stuff, because you haven't done your podcast, your flosstube. I was like, oh no, we've changed the table. We have no idea how to post a thing where we go, message. Anyway, so thank you, Zeb, for being lovely. If you don't know, Zeb runs the
New Zealand Cross Stitch Facebook page.
Yes.
I'm hoping that's correct.
And she has a very Moorish Instagram account, which we'll probably post at the bottom because I don't know it.
Oh yeah.
Not at the top, not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And also, happy birthday, Zeb, for next week. I hope you have a lovely break.
Yeah. It's, your birthday's over the holiday, which is great. I love being on holiday on my birthday.
Yes. I haven't taken. Have you taken the days in between next week?
No.
I
wanted
haven't
to,
either,
but
and I'm sort of regretting it.
No, my boss is away that week, and we've just got a new person in the office, so I am supervising.
You're like grown up.
On the boss. Yeah. Which would be good.
Yeah, I have no reason for not taking it apart from pure greed.
Yeah. So
I just want to earn the money. Well, I want to keep the holidays.
Yeah. No, but the best news is that today is Fake Friday.
It's Friday 1.
Yeah.
We used to call it Friday 1. Thursday was always like first Friday. And then we had Friday. And then I stopped working on Fridays.
Because it's public holiday tomorrow in New Zealand.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the April break. I'm not calling it its name. I'm saying it's the April break. Or if you want, you can call it the chocolate break. Because not everybody's a Christian.
But I am a chocolate person.
Yeah, I'm not eating chocolates.
Are you not?
I don't think so. I mean, it might happen, but nobody's buying me chocolate for
Oh,
Easter.
you mean for... You just said it.
Drat!
Swear jar. No, but you do eat chocolate in general, right?
A lot of it.
I was going to say, I was like, when did you stop eating chocolate?
No. I mean, I am an all or nothing sort of person, but no, I did eat a slab of chocolate the other day because it was need.
Yes, always need.
Yeah, but nobody buys me an egg or anything like that.
An April holiday egg.
An April holiday egg. Nobody buys me a pagan chocolate egg.
Nice.
I'll go through all sorts of contortions not to say it now.
Nice.
Okay, so, live shenanigans. Victoria.
Oh, okay. What have we been up to? So, as I said...
Oh. No, good. Keep
Park Run is back on. So, last weekend was the first weekend for that in about 6 months. So, that was fun.
And was it fun though?
Well, no, it wasn't, but I felt very virtuous for doing it.
Very good.
And I pretend that one exercise activity per week is really meeting my half hour every day sort of thing.
Oh, and you're not even walking to your car now.
No, because I've got a park which is in my work building now, so that's very exciting. It's fabulous. And last weekend was
Should we explain for our non-Kiwi viewers what having a park means? Because it completely confused me when I first came to New Zealand.
Oh.
It means a car park spot.
A car park spot, yeah. So, whereas I used
Because a park is where you go to, like, for the kids to run around.
No, I was confused. I was like, but surely everyone knows what a park is. Yeah, a car park spot. So I used to park my car sort of 10 minutes away from work. So it would be a walk there and then walk to work in the morning and then a walk back to the car in the
So
evening.
that would have been 20 minutes a day.
About 20 minutes a day. And now I have a car park in my work building, so it's, you know, just down in the lift. It's great.
So great, but so bad, isn't it?
Yeah. But, you know, not bad enough for me to say, no, I won't have this park.
No, absolutely. But maybe walk at lunchtime or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm no good at walking. So.
I'm still talking about me. Are we finished?
No, have you finished about the exercise? Because I wanted to say
Yes.
about exercise.
Yes.
Because I'll forget. I am exercising. That's all I wanted to say. I am exercising, but
Good job.
I'm no good at walking. Like walking out, it's just too much. So I'm going to buy a treadmill when we move.
Excellent.
Because I'd rather be indoors. Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
And then last weekend was my little brother's birthday, and I finally gave him the
Oh my god!
that for those who have watched all our floss tubes, the bee was one of the very first projects I was working on for his birthday last year, and I finished it last year for his birthday. I just never gave it to him.
Was he underwhelmed?
Yeah, he really was. He didn't even take. I got him a bottle of gin. Because Mum and I put together. Mum made him some lovely chocolate fudge, and the scross stitch. She didn't even take any of it out of the bag.
Any of it?
No, he just like, oh yeah, thanks.
He doesn't even have the cultural excuse of like, it's not right to open presents in front of people.
No, he was just like, oh.
What else?
What
Well, you say your little brother, but he's a grown up. He can buy whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah, he's 31.
So, oh well, I'm so glad. I won't look at it every time
No,
I come and go,
it's gone.
Victoria.
It's gone.
Great, very good. So you don't even know if his partner liked it? Because let's face it.
Yeah. It'll, next time I go and visit him, it's probably still going to be in the bag somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It is no longer on one of the tables in my living room. So
That's right. And, you know, what else? You had fun doing.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Cool.
And that's really, that and work has been my life at the moment. And stitching. I've done some stitching.
Very good. Very good.
Excellent. What about you? How's life treating you, Catherine? Do you have news?
Oh, I have very tiring news.
Oh.
I have very tiring but very exciting news. So I'm going to put a very positive slant on this. I had a very unexpected Zoom call just after we recorded the floss tube. It was very unexpected. And it was someone asking me if I was interested in a secondment opportunity. Of course, me being flippant, which is what I am, I was like, nah, I'm really happy where I am, thanks. Unless you earn XXX amount. And of course she said, well, not far off. I was like, oh, drat, let me think about it. Anyway, so I will be seconded out of my role in risk management to become the head of corporate records at the university for 6 months, whilst the current head has got a job in the library now. So it's really great for her. She's been in that role for a long time, so she was really looking for a new challenge. And I honestly never thought I would go back into information management. I was very happy in risk, but it's a really great opportunity. I'll be managing a team of people. I'll have to be a grown-up, which I'm very good at being a grown-up. I hadn't had to be a grown-up for a bit. So yeah, I'm the real downside. I'm going back to full time because the current manager is full time, and I didn't feel that I could kind of hit the ground running, learn, because there is going to be stuff to learn, new challenges, like regulations have changed, that sort of thing, and do it part time. I thought that would just put too much pressure on me. And it's winter. It's fine. So yeah, so things will change. So, you know, this beautiful, youthful face.
That was a bit loud.
I'm going to be 50 this year.
Oh.
Like, you know, I have wrinkles.
No, you don't.
And I have
You will after the next 6 months, though.
And this is not an age spot, but it looks like one. It's like 4 freckles together. So anyway, I'm saying, you know, my youthful looks will suffer, I think.
I think your productivity time, unfortunately, will go down.
Yeah, I mean, even as a taster, this week there's been a lot of, because my secondment is actually happening very fast. So I start on the 26th. So that's not even
away.
3 weeks from when I received the phone call. And
And if you don't work at a university, that's lightning fast.
Yes. So yes, miracles happen when you become an employee of the registrar, which is where my role sits.
Nice.
Anyway, but it's just happened super fast, and there's been, even though I haven't started yet, you know, you start getting the emails, and New Zealand, this is so funny, New Zealand's like pocket size. I got a text from someone that I used to be in a committee 2 years ago when I worked in records management, and he was like, "Hey mate, welcome back." I was like, how do you know? So that's great, because I used to get on really well with him, so it'll be good to have someone that I know in information management that I can sort of talk to. But yeah, so even though I haven't started, you know, the emails start coming through, and I've just been like on high alert. Like, yeah. So I haven't actually done a lot of cross stitching. It's just been a little bit. It's been a bit intense this week, but I'm very happy. So yeah, it's 2022. Women have jobs.
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a good
To balance jobs and craft.
Yeah, and it's actually more my mental space. The thing that happened, which I didn't get a chance to tell you about, because I actually didn't text Victoria for about a week.
No, this week's been
quiet,
yeah,
wasn't
it was.
I noticed that because I was I wasn't stressed, but I was a little bit heightened in my alertness. I just went to knitting.
Yeah,
because I really you may think I don't think when I do cross stitch, but I really don't think when I do knitting.
Yeah, yeah. It's that sort of comfort craft, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to mention, so that we've done live. So that was live. I'm going away.
We had a pretty short life this today.
Well, yeah, that was stuff that I've seen. Oh yeah, I've been to the cinema.
Yeah. Okay.
So I went to see The Duke.
What's that about?
Okay, so The Duke is a film, and it's got Helen Mirren in it, and another very famous British actor whose name I have forgotten. But he was in Notting Hill. He's the banker friend that hasn't got a clue about his job. Very famous British actor as well.
Oh, was he in Downton Abbey?
Yes.
Hugo.
Yes.
Hugh Bonneville.
Yes, yeah, something like that. And so if you're not in Britain, if you're not British, you should totally go and see it. And I want you to tell me, if you go and see it, I want you to tell me if you understand. Because it's set in the north of England. And
Well, the accent's quite thick.
The accent's quite thick, which is fabulous, because I miss that. So just fun. Helen Mirren was fabulous. There was a bit where she's knitting, and you know,
Nice.
I mean, she did. I was there. Even Martin was like,
Yeah.
do you think she's knitting properly? I was like, I'm checking. And she was looping it. Anyway, no self-respecting woman from the 60s or 70s or whenever it was would knit that slowly with. Anyway, it was a great film. So good fun, just that kind of a British feel good.
Nice.
It's grim up north sort of film. So that was one.
Nice.
And then last night I watched. I'm up to the minute. I watched a film, and I thought it was brand new, and it's not. It's from 2018. And it's called All Is True, with Kenneth Branagh and Dame Judi Dench, who we love, because Judi Dench, we love her.
She's awesome.
She's a Quaker. I love her. She would be my friend if we lived on the same street. I would totally make the effort. 2018. It's about Shakespeare.
Excellent.
So it was exciting because there was a horrid film based on Elena Ferrante's, one of her books that keeps popping up on Netflix and frightening me, and it's about mothers and how they feel about having children.
Okay.
But I've forgotten. But anyway, Elena Ferrante, I've read one of her books. It's just a lot. This week I could not. So I was trying to find something I could watch that would be mindless. Even I've been obsessed with Chicago Med.
I've been watching that again since you said.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying Chicago Med, but I couldn't watch it. It was just too much. I could not have intubated people in my life today. Well, I started it last night and I finished it today after work.
Nice.
And so this is not a brand new film, but obviously it's about Shakespeare, set in Shakespeare's time, of course. So there's that beautiful Old English, and beautiful costumes. A little bit hard to believe because, oh my goodness, the amount of candles lit up in the room. So I was like, no, not even the king. But good fun, really good, good film. A little bit sentimental. Like I could feel my throat going at one point, so a little tear in my eye. But I'm gonna torture Martin and make him watch it with me.
Excellent.
Yeah, I've warned him already.
Excellent.
And then, after the last floss tube, and I'm sorry I've forgotten your names. I'm a terrible human. I had said that I had listened to the audiobook of Olive Kitteridge by Elizabeth Strout, and someone commented and said you have to read Olive again. So I went and I found Olive again, and I read it. I'm like, oh, amazing, so good. So that was the sequel. So it's so good.
Nice.
So if you're middle-aged, go for it.
Nice.
You can't yet.
No, not
No,
there yet.
Victoria, no.
Not quite.
No, you cannot relate yet.
Oh,
But,
excellent.
With Olive again, I was like, oh, this is a little bit close to, 'cause I'm a little bit like Olive, I think. If you've read it, please don't judge me. I'm a little bit like Olive, I think. Yeah. So, anyway, I think that's... Oh, yes, and go and watch Diary of a Physicist Farm Girl. You know, fun fact, Victoria and I don't really know how to spell physicist.
It's like, oh yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah. There is a Y, there is an S, and there's a C.
And it starts with a P. We seem to be we've got that down.
But we're not really sure where they go. Anyway, Diary of a Physicist Farm Girl. That was another thing I watched, which is really funny because it was kind of serious. She often has a serious bit, which I love. So I couldn't watch people being intubated in Chicago Med, but I could watch Deborah talk about gatekeeping. And, you know, about just be nice to people. You know, there's room for every crafter of every type using any materials. So anyway, it was great.
Excellent.
Okay, this is better. 17
Yeah,
minutes.
that's more like
That's more like it. I think we've done. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
So, Victoria,
Yes.
do we have a finish?
Well, do you want a finish or a fully finished object?
Oh my
Just
goodness.
because you know about that one.
I don't know. Do you have any fully finished objects?
I do.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's not very exciting. I framed my Barbara Anna Christmas mystery stitch along. That's not the name,
Pretty.
but she said that it's a cheap warehouse from. Well, not it's a
Is it from the warehouse?
warehouse. It was like $6. I thought that does the job.
Great.
And
That is very lovely.
I tried framing it without the mount and then with the mount, and I decided I liked with the mount better. So it has the mount. It was all
Grand.
pre-cut.
What do you mean it was all... Oh, the mount
But the
already
mount came in the frame.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect size. There's about a 2-stitch tolerance
Border.
around it.
Great.
Which is great. So it's
That
a
looks
perfect.
very pretty. Actually,
It's gonna go on
I
the wall.
think...
Don't show them the back
I
because
think...
it's just
I'm
tucked in.
I'm very aware of that. I actually think that you're completely right. Because it's a winter scene.
The white.
Sorry, I'm not wearing a bra. So I've got a shawl. I'll start going red because it's so hot now. I'm not wearing a bra. We're amongst friends here, right?
Yeah.
I've had a day of freedom. It looks so good because it's like snow, whitish hair,
Yep.
white. It looks great.
I'm very pleased with that as a finish.
Fabulous. Very good. And
And
you little
I
dark
risked
horse.
it for the biscuit. I bought the frame thinking that looks about right. I didn't even have the thing with me.
Oh, well, that's great.
Yeah.
I love it when stuff like that works out.
Do you have any fully finished objects,
No,
Catherine?
I have nothing. I've barely touched anything.
Oh, great.
So, Victoria, do you have any finished objects?
I do!
Last time was my week. This is your
Goals.
week.
So, you will all remember I have been working on the Stitching Book Club Narnia Mystery Stitch Along. And it's all finished. I wanted to get it finished and then it's off the... This sounds wrong. This was a really fun stitch to stitch. I'm really pleased I finished it. I spent a fair bit of time on it this week because I just wanted to finish it. I am
loads to do.
I am really bad with the mystery stitch alongs, with letting the last piece just go on for ages, because I like to do the section that comes out before the next section comes out. But of course the last one, there is no other section. And there it is, Mr. Tumnus under his light. This was a really fun stitch along. I love the colours that have been chosen for this. And I will go to the warehouse and see if I can find a frame for that one.
Let's have a look. Oh, show your back. Show your back.
Oh, my messy back. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Meh.
Proud of my mess.
It's not messy at all.
There's a fair bit of travelling.
A tiny little bit with the crown, around the crown. Is that a crown?
Yep.
What do I even know? Yeah, around the crown. But no, it looks great.
But the fabric is a 32 count white opalescent, and the bits that I've travelled you can't see through the front, so
No,
that's fine.
you very seldom can
Very
see.
rarely.
Yeah.
It's only sort of...
If you use a black and
Yeah.
the weave is open.
No, I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh, I'll show you some stuff where you can see soon.
Excellent.
That's really good. You were very keen to finish that.
I was
so
keen
well
to finish
done.
that because Catherine and I have put an order in with 123 Stitch. So we've got some new stuff coming, so I'm just trying to clear the decks.
Yes, I'm not clearing any decks, but never mind. Okay.
Don't worry, our package has been in Japan for quite some
Yeah,
time.
it landed in Japan and it hasn't left Japan. What is this? Yeah, and I'm still working from home. That's another thing that will end.
Oh, yeah.
The university's changed all the regulations internally now.
So is everyone back in the office now?
On the 2nd of May, I think things change, but also after Easter. So a lot of people are taking the 3 days after Easter.
Excuse
so
me.
not that week, but the week after.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are planning to go back or are having conversations with their managers anyway about
Yeah.
how they're going to go back.
It's
But also I have staff and they'll be new, so I really want
You
to be...
need to be, yeah.
I really want to be there in person. I want to try and negotiate a day from home because I get too many people. I need
Yeah.
a break. What were we saying? Oh yeah, I'm not clearing the decks. Yes, so anyway, yeah, package is landed in Japan and I haven't had an email saying it has left Japan, so that's annoying.
It's alright, I'll get here eventually.
Oh yeah, no, I have just realised what I was saying. And because I don't work from the office at the moment, I haven't bought... You know, remember how I found Consider the Lilies digitally?
Yes.
I was waiting for payday. Well, payday came and went, but I haven't been in the office, so I haven't bought it because I have no way of printing it.
Not that we print at work.
I print at work. A little bit.
I don't.
Yeah. So anyway, hopefully that'll be the only other thing that I buy.
Excellent.
But yeah, I'm kind of keen to get our parcel.
Me too.
What is this? Right, okay, so what are you working on? Works in progress.
Do you have any cross-stitch whips?
Yes.
How many?
I have 2.
Oh, so do I. So you go next because I've shown.
Because I have nothing to show. Okay, so... Why did I take my glasses off? It's ridiculous. I don't see anymore. Do you know the other day I had to put my glasses on to see my plate of food? To like really discern?
Oh.
I did pickling today!
What did you pickle?
Oh my god, I'm so excited. The best pickles in the world. These are pickles with vinegar, so not sauerkraut, but pickly, vinegary. The best pickles are carrot and cauliflower.
Yeah.
You cannot buy just carrot or just cauliflower or even carrot and cauliflower pickle. You normally buy mixed and it has everything and 1 piece of carrot and 1 piece of cauliflower.
Yeah.
So I have made carrot, cauliflower, some onion, daikon radish.
Jeez, you've been busy.
No, all in one tub, like,
So these are all pickled together.
yeah. And rocoto chili, which is a Peruvian chili.
Lovely.
All of them together. And then I made my rocoto chili pickled like jalapenos. And then I had to have a word with Martin. I had to like look him in the eyes and say, that stuff in the fridge that looks like pickled jalapenos are not. You are not to eat them, you will die. So he was like, okay, he's going to forget.
You need to get like a bit of masking tape around the jar and write on it.
Yeah, I've got to be careful. So anyway. All right, so this is, I'm just terrible at showing you things. Let's try and be like, I've just ripped it. Fabulous.
Do it professionally.
That's right. But I brushed my teeth before coming because I had things that could be like on my teeth.
Good job.
Yeah, I thought that was grown up for me. and a forest grew. So this is by Rosewood Manor, and the designer is Karen Kluber, and I love this a lot. So I am doing, what do you call it?
Stitch along.
A stitch along with Ella from Spectrum Stitcher, who hasn't been doing a lot, but can I just say that she's doing a PhD, like all the reasons why she wouldn't have time to stitch this. It's just come to me what I'm going to put here.
Oh.
It's not going to be a poem because this is trees. There's a like a phrase that floats around the interwebs, like if you cannot be repaired, recycled, reused, blah 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 blah, it cannot be produced, something like that, which sounds very fitting.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll try and find that one, and it is in English, but you know, whatever, never mind. I've got space for a couple of things because there's a thing here and there's that thing here. Anyway, I was very busy. Straight after the recording, I went like a machine, and I made all this progress.
You have a big tree.
I have a big tree.
Which now you've seen because you
don't say the thing.
don't say the
no,
thing. Okay.
No, because
you
I've
have
already,
a lovely big tree.
I've already said the thing about the robot tree, and like people are like, I can't forget that. It's a big tree. So let me tell you. I was going to think of a Shakespeare sonnet. Let me tell it now. Whatever. I'm not, because I can't do a sonnet. So what happened was, I wasn't going to do brown, because that's kind of, expected from a tree. But then I found in my, because I found in my bag of goodness that had been given to me as a present, there was one that was variegated browns, and it looked really variegated on the thingy. And then when I embroidered it, it doesn't really. Although, this is much lighter than this, for example. So there is variegation, just not a lot. And it also has the trunk and the root system. And because I was so excited, I was making so much progress. I am sure you can all relate to this. But I was looking at the symbols, and I could see that the symbols on the branches were different from the symbols at the ends. And I could see it, but in my brain was like, oh yes, and 4 more there. Even though I knew, all along, I was like, I knew on some level that they were different. Yeah. It just wasn't registering.
It didn't click, because it's a black and white pattern, isn't it?
It is, but yeah, it was just me being me, again. So, because my original plan would have been to have more colour and make it snazzier. So what I'm going to do, each one of these has 4 stitches that are actually supposed to be a different colour. I can't remember the colour. I didn't look the colour up. So what I'm going to do is, at the end of those things, I'm going to put 4 stitches, and I'm going to do them in all the colours.
Beautiful. They look lovely.
Yeah, that's my thinking. So anyway, I'm really delighted. I didn't make as much progress, so there's still a little bit to do, especially around the trunk. There's a little bit to do around here and a little bit more to do around there. But I'll get it finished, that section in the fortnight.
So you had worked out that you have to do, 5 trees a week?
Yeah.
Does that big tree count as one, or does it count as...
I counted it as 1, knowing that I wasn't really counting properly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I didn't do any last Friday. I just got distracted with life. So, behind. Hashtag behind. But that's okay.
There. Yeah.
That's okay. It's a pastime. So, I should say like grown-up stuff, like this is 36 count raw natural Edinburgh linen. Very happy with it. Not happy with the cut though. I've moaned about it before. They didn't pull a thread. It's very wonky. But anyway. Yes, the threads, who knows? So the
Mystery
hashtag
basket.
is with what you have, Sal. So the idea is that if you have the linens and the threads, go for it if that's what you want to do. But if you don't have it, just pick something, whatever you have in your craft pantry.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I have done some more work on the Scarlet Letter Peacock, a Unicorn, a Badger,
Which we love.
which we all love.
So fabulous.
Great.
So ridiculous and fabulous.
And I tell you what, stitching it is just as fabulous as you'd hope. So I have done the green infill here, the green infill here, the yellow vine, and the big flower. And it's just, I love this so much.
The flower is amazing.
I love it. I love how it's sort of the the bordering in a stitch, and and it's fun.
What do you mean the bordering?
Like, see how there's like an outline, a brown outline or a dark green outline.
Yes.
You know, like when you're drawing.
It's very naive, isn't it?
It is. That's the word.
Yeah.
It's great. I love this. It's fun to do. It's done on a 40 count. I think it's just a natural. But it's looking great. And I'm quite looking forward to getting some more work done on that. She'll be a biggie. So she's on a fat quarter. And...
which we hope is enough.
Yep, no, it should be. There's like another 2 rows of stitches below that flower. So that's how much borders... and the border at the bottom and the top will be the same. And we'll have wider borders on the edge because it's more of a square, but it's going to take up most of that fat quarter.
Fabulous. That is such a fun project.
It's a great wee project, and
I will be stealing
fabulous pattern.
sections.
Do you reckon I can... I'll show you that, but it's beautifully coloured pages, glossy, easy to follow. It's great.
I no doubt when you finished I will want to borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think there are elements that I think are so beautiful, and especially because you're going to embroider it first. It means that, I mean, it comes to life when you see it in real life. Like, the picture is great, and this is why you bought it. But
Yeah.
that flower. Oh, where is it? Where's that one? So that flower, yeah, pretty, amazing in real life.
Yeah. Super, super pleased.
So very exciting. Can you finish it this year?
We'll see. No, I've got to finish the next one this year.
Oh my god, I've just noticed something. I'll tell you about that later.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, next thing. What did I do? Did I do anything? Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I did this or not last time, but I brought it just in case, because I remember I showed it to you. So I did the weird birds. I hadn't shown the weird birds.
No, I didn't
had
have.
So these 2 birds.
And this is His Eyes on the Sparrow by Heartstring Samplery.
Very good. We're so good at this. I don't
That's
know
not
why-
even the
no,
right
that's
card.
Not even the right card. I was so proud of myself that I could pull out a card. So, Heartstring Samplery, yeah.
Yeah, His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Who knows what linen this is, but it's good linen. It's either 36 or 40 count. And this is something I'm planning to do to all my big pieces anyway.
So beautiful.
This drawn thread hem, which I think it looks rather beautiful.
It does.
And I'm choosing my own colours. And I mean, I like bright stuff, but I am purposefully trying to be ridiculously bright.
And I'm loving it because this is quite a popular one. Quite a few floss tubers have done it. But honestly,
Yeah.
this is gorgeous.
I
mean, they're all beautiful, but I'm loving your colour
They're all
selections.
beautiful in different ways, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that's the thing I've realised. I've always really liked very traditional embroidery. And at some point I tried to get into doing that very traditional work, like freestyle embroidery. And then I realised that actually I love seeing it in museums and in films and, you know, costume dramas and all that. I don't want to make that sort of embroidery. I'm just not interested. Like, my hand's not interested. So this is kind of traditional but also ridiculous. So yeah, a really great pattern. And actually you could buy this pattern and never buy another one, because you just pick up elements and do lots of things. Such a clever use of all the different motifs.
Excellent. So my last one. I've only worked on 3 projects this fortnight, but it's been a good
But
amount
you
of time.
finished, yeah,
I
you
finished one, and
yeah.
I have been working on my 2017 Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler, otherwise known as Mum's one, because this is for my mum. And
It's because she doesn't comment.
no.
Put pressure on
What
her.
she does when you say she doesn't
I
comment,
know,
she
I
always
know.
comments.
Hi!
So I've spent some time on it, but I've only done this little bit here. This is a really slow stitch. It's 1/1 on what I think must be a 40 count.
Yeah, and it's not for your bedroom, so of course it's a slow
Yeah.
stitch.
Slow stitch, but it's coming along.
And we have talked about the fact that every time you do a new row were like, oh no, this one's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a stunning pattern, and it looks amazing 1/1, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it's very, very beautiful. So pretty.
So we're going to get that finished. I think I am doing the April month. I'm going to try and get this one underway so that I do the month of the month, if that makes sense. Just so I can keep on top of it, get it done by the end of the year.
Yeah, keep up with the months.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
As though it was a current stitch along.
Exactly. But that's just, oh, love it.
So was that April?
Let me see how long.
We've almost finished April.
Yeah, so that's January, that big one. And then February were these two bands here. And that was March. So yeah, this is April.
So April, and you've got about half of the month left.
No, I've got like
Go
3/4 of the month left.
No, it's the 14th today, so
Half
you've
that.
got about half the month.
3/4 of the row. That's the
Oh,
month.
yeah. Go you.
That's all right. We've
But
got
with lots of days off.
We've got April's full of public holidays in New Zealand.
Yeah, because we've got the
April holidays, which is a
Thank
Monday and a
you.
Friday,
Thank you, Victoria. I know it doesn't matter to you, but I think you appreciate it.
and Anzac Day.
So Anzac will be Australia New Zealand Army Corps. So commemorating the people that fought in the wars. There was a lot of deaths from the New Zealand battalions.
Yeah.
In
Almost
the
a whole
First and
generation.
Second World War. And then it's official now. We have Matariki.
Yes, but that's not till June.
I know, but just let's be excited about it.
Yeah, very
We have,
excited.
we have a new bank holiday, a new statutory day off in New Zealand, and it's got a Maori name, which is fabulous, and it represents a time of the year when you can see this cluster of stars. Which was an English name? I can never say it in English.
Is it the wives or the three sisters or something?
Yeah, but that's not the real.
Oh, then I don't know. We will find out, and closer to the time, we will let you know.
It's called Matariki.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it had to be like, it had its final approval in Parliament or something like that.
And it's great.
So, yay! I think it's...
Yeah, and Queen's birthday as well. Yeah. It's all in June, it's all public holidays, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm excited that we have a holiday that's in Maori and it represents something important to Maori.
And
I think
it's New
fabulous.
Zealand significant as well, which is great.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got Tuesday off as well, because in New Zealand each region has its day. So Otago Day was maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the university chooses not to celebrate it on that day, but it lumps it in with the April holiday.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
And so we get Monday, Tuesday off.
Yeah.
Hurrah! So yeah.
Oh, jealous.
Well, don't be. I was really jealous 2 weeks ago when you had the Monday off. So yay for days off. Really good for mental health.
Excellent.
Yes.
So,
Okay. Okay. Do you have any craft pantry acquisitions?
I do have craft pantry, but it's not cross stitch.
Oh.
So-
you have to wait till the end.
Yeah,
'cause you make
yeah.
me wait till the
I
end.
do make you wait. I
It's
do.
quite stern. You wouldn't know it. It's quite stern. It's like, Catherine.
No, the next section. So, that is it for cross stitch section of tonight's video.
Well, no, I have craft pantry for cross stitch.
Do you have craft?
Because I don't think I've shown it. Have I?
No, yeah, show that.
Have I shown it?
Don't think so.
I don't think I've shown it. Anyway,
If not, they can see it again.
I think I talked about it, but it hadn't arrived because life's hard in New Zealand. We're so far away, even from Australia. So anyway, I bought a yard, and I think it is a yard. It's not a meter, which is interesting. Of linen from Number 12 Stitch Co. Because I'm getting ready for Consider the Lilies, and also the Dutch sampler,
Dutch Beauty.
Dutch Beauty, which is not even called Dutch Beauty.
No.
It's called something like Hollandische or something like that. Anyway, the Dutch Beauty, but it's not. Anyway, it was hard to find. Anyway, I found it. I've ordered it.
It was only hard to find because you were looking up Dutch Beauty words, wasn't it? And that's
Yeah,
not
but
what it's...
everybody calls it Dutch Beauty.
They do, yes.
But when we looked up in 123 Stitch, that wasn't the name of the sample.
No.
It was Hollandische or Hollander, something like that. Something to do with Dutch, Holland. So the reason I bought this linen, which is 40 count Swigert from Namato Stitch Co. is because I want to dye it myself. So I do natural dyeing for all sorts of things, and I wanted to try using New Zealand flax. So I want to do some with New Zealand flax, some with eucalyptus, some with onion, just, you know, play. I'm going to play on some cheap linen first that I got secondhand, and then I'm going to play on less. So very excited about it. It's so nice to have a good craft pantry. It makes such a difference.
It does make, yeah.
When you can just, like, you don't have to have 300 things in it, but just to have a couple of bits of linen that you can just reach for. It's great.
Yeah.
It is very good.
Yeah, other crafts.
Other crafts. Now, I have done some other crafts since I last saw you. I'll go through them quickly. So, I have started spinning again. So this is my Turkish spindle. And if you follow me on Instagram, I posted this because, you know, I'm living between two houses. A lot of my craft materials are in the other house because my house in Port Chalmers hasn't sold yet. So I thought instead of bringing my spinning wheel to and fro, I'll bring my spindles, much more portable. Anyway, I posted on Instagram that I was doing this, and then someone posted, "Oh, interesting. Why have you got the central stick held like that?" And I thought, oh, good. I'll be nice. I said, oh, you can do it either way. And this felt more comfortable. Then I went to sleep, and then I realized what they meant is that I've got it the wrong way round, because this is the thinner bit, it would fall out. And it does. I should have done it the other way around. I am that sharp. Anyway, I hadn't done it for ages. And they were very lovely with how they said it. And of course, then I went back to my post. Then I looked them up, and they make spindles. They were just trying to be kind. Anyway, so we weren't doing this during lockdown, the very first one in 2020. Mm-hmm. But in the first lockdown, I bought a lot of these bags of fleece from the UK, from, I think it's World of Wool, which is a great big shop, like it's a massive shop that sells all sorts of fiber related and yarn products, and they sell these little 100 gram bags of all sorts of different breeds. And in New Zealand you can't really get that. Like, there's a lot of merino. What else? Corriedale. We developed Corriedale in New Zealand, so we have some So if you buy yarn in New Zealand and it doesn't tell you what it is, it's probably Corriedale. I have learned, because it kind of comes unlabeled. But you can't find like very specific like breeds. Even if we have them in New Zealand, it's very hard to get hold of the samples. So anyway, I bought 30 bags. It was a lockdown purchase. And then that was my purchase that I bought. Mm. And then between me buying it and having it sent to a New Zealand Post address so that it would be shipped by New Zealand Post cheaper, because of lockdowns and COVID, they changed the cost. Yeah. And I ended up spending £300 on my package. I was just so upset.
That's including that's postage and product, right?
I can't remember, but I just remember working it out and going, I just can't believe I've done this. And even I looked at all sorts of possibilities, like, okay, so what if I just cancel it? Like, because it had already arrived at the New Zealand depot. I was like, okay, so what if I just tell them that I don't want it shipped, so they basically bin it, and then I reorder. Whatever I did, it would work out to be the same ridiculous amount of money. I was so upset. Anyway, I was like, oh darling, I made a big mistake. I become like this 6-year-old when things like this happen. Anyway, so I finally thought, okay, come on, you can do your spinning. So anyway, this is light grey Swaledale top.
Beautiful.
And I just picked up two bags. I've got a black of another thing. So the idea is that I'm going to try them all. I'm going to see what I like. And that would be the thing that I kind of specialize in spinning. I have a lot of allergies. I think I'm allergic to this. So on the days that I spin, which have, at the beginning I was spinning a lot, but then I get quite blotchy. And then I get quite blocked. And I get a tickle. So it's very unpleasant.
And then you take a COVID test.
And then I take a COVID test every 2 days. So I haven't done it for a few days because I was like, I just cannot. So I think I'm going to wear my mask next time I spin and see if that helps. But apparently a big thing of the allergies is to do with lanolin. It's not to do with airborne particles. Whatever. Anyway, ain't it pretty? And you know how practice makes perfect? Sometimes leaving something for a year also makes perfect. I've been doing quite well, even though I hadn't done it for ages. So I'm quite pleased. I've probably done 20 grams out of 100.
So how do you take it off and turn it into a ball? You just have to rewind it? Or?
No. Because this is a Turkish spindle, you take the stick out. So I would pull it out.
Yes.
And then you end up with this, which is called a cop or a turtle, because it looks a little bit like a turtle.
I see the turtle, yeah.
And then you take one stick out and you take the other stick out and then you end up with this little cop.
Nice.
Yeah. Turkish spindles are fun for that. And, you know, if you go on Pinterest or Instagram and search for Turkish spindles, cop or turtle, oh my goodness, some people make it so pretty. Like, I spin like I cross stitch. Some people, it's just like a work of art.
Wow.
So beautiful how they make sure that each line goes on the right place. And
oh, wow.
Very beautiful. The nice thing about this is that you can actually spin from your cop. Because you have one end is here and the other one's there. So once you bring it apart, you can just pull the two strands and spin it back onto the spindle.
Cool.
It's all magic. So anyway, really good fun. And it makes me feel virtuous because expensive mistake and something.
And
that
this
I
is
can
the
do
first
at
time
home.
you've used anything from that purchase?
Oh, no. I've spun some, but I've probably spun 3.
Right.
I've dyed some of them as well. So I've done stuff with it, but I've got a whole basket full of stuff that
Excellent.
costs a lot of money. Whatever.
I'm just going to move the camera, people, because I accidentally put it on top.
Yeah. So the other thing that I have finished
These look amazing.
is, can you remember that I was doing my crumb quilting? So I have finished all the pieces of the crumb quilt and I was going to do 30 pieces.
Looks like you've done more than that.
I have, because I'd worked for so many hours doing the fabric, I just couldn't let go of it. So I made really little ones. So I've got 19 of these. So obviously I ended up with about 50 something.
Excellent.
I'm so happy with these. Now, because I do like to use secondhand materials, I have a blue fabric. It's not secondhand, but I bought years and years ago when Christina and Sophia were probably 9 and 7 or maybe 10 and 8. And like say on the Monday, I decided I would take them to Oamaru, to the Victorian festival. So I bought the fabric, made them 2 Victorian dresses, and I ran out of time to make me a Victorian dress because it was just like a week early. So anyway, I've got that blue fabric. I'm not going to make a Victorian dress for me. So I've got that for the backing, but for the front, I want it to be a bright yellow or an orange or even a mustard. So that's the challenge, to find that in op shops and that sort of thing. So I will go to Stitch Kitchen to have a look, but also Martin and I are going away for 2 nights. He's making me go away even though Sophia's home. I'm a little bit sad about it. He made me choose. He said he would go away without me if I didn't want to come.
You cracked me up.
I didn't like it. I was very upset about it.
So
And then-
Sophia arrived.
Sophia arrives tomorrow. I'm going to pick her up from the airport. I'm so
Nice,
excited.
nice.
So Sophia, and then I asked Sophia, I said, sweetie, are you going to be okay if Dad and I go away for 2 nights? She was like, oh, that sounds really lovely, Mummy. I was like, okay then.
Yeah. I just want your house and your car.
I did say to her, I'm such a desperate mom. I was like, you can have the car, sweetie. And the thing is, because we have an electric car, she doesn't even have to put petrol in. Because she just uses our fob.
Yeah.
She has to charge it, but she just
Yeah.
uses her fob that's connected to the credit card. Worry-free driving. Anyway, Sophie is a delight. Both my girls are a delight. So they can use all our things. I don't mind. Oh my God, I saw Christina yesterday. I was so happy. She came to pick things up from the house.
Nice.
And she said, Mum, can I take a pillow? I was like, of course you can take anything, sweetie.
I'll just take all the food in your pantry.
Oh no, that was embarrassing. She looked in the pantry and the fridge and I said, yep, we still only have ingredients. That's the worst thing about our house, apparently. We only have ingredients. It's true. What was I saying? Yes, Christina took a pillow and I found a very pretty pillowcase to give her.
Oh,
with little
you're a good
flowers.
mum.
I know, my baby. My poor Christina, she had jury service this week. It's not right. She's only 19. I thought that was not right. I was not happy. Not happy. Anyway, my baby. She's lovely as well. Anyway, I'm going up shopping.
You're going up shopping to look for yellow or orange or red, which are the hardest colours to find.
Yes, yes.
Especially in large quantities.
Yes. But we're going to start at Milton. So we're going to set off on Saturday and we're going to... Milton, first thing. And you know what? These won't go off. And you know, at some point I might find another colour that I think, oh, that works. So anyway.
There's a good, was it a hospice shop? I don't know, there's a second-hand shop in Balclutha, which has got usually some nice stuff.
Yeah, see,
But you'll be struggling with Easter weekend, a lot of things will be shut.
yes, there will be. So it's only just a Saturday morning where we're going to get good stuff. So anyway, if you're interested in doing something similar, there are a few tutorials on YouTube, and this is called crumb quilting, which is when you put lots of tiny bits of fabric together to kind of create new fabric. I haven't seen anyone doing it by hand, so I did it all by hand. Of course, I'm not going to do a tutorial because, you know, that requires effort. So. And good camera angles.
And good camera angles, yeah.
Which we don't have. So I did that.
I want to see what you're stitching there.
And then...
This looks amazing, and I haven't seen this at all.
And then... I'm going to tell you about this, and then you won't unsee it. It's autumn. Like, it's all autumn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about the knitting now because it's autumn. And then I get to say autumn. So I decided, I don't know where I saw, but I saw somewhere polka dot socks. So I thought, I'm going to make polka dot socks. And also it's a way of using some of this variegated yarn that I have. So I don't buy hand dyed, but I do have some variegated stuff. Like the commercial sock yarns I quite like. So they do have nylon, but they're tougher. Anyway, I have made 2 little tops of socks.
They look amazing.
The second one looks way better than the first one.
No, they both look great.
But once I block it, they'll be fine. And my calves will stretch it. Anyway, Victoria.
Yes.
What does this remind you of?
It looks like a gnome.
No, it doesn't look like a gnome.
Is it supposed to be a Pokemon ball?
No, nothing. No, not your brain. No, nothing to do with things you like.
I'm like, what's she?
It bloody looks like the Pepsi logo.
Oh, it does look like the Pepsi logo now you've said it.
And Martin's addicted to Pepsi. Like, he drinks Pepsi
Max, isn't he?
Zero, no sugar something. I don't know. But he's addicted. Like, he would say, I'm not addicted. I can give up whenever I want. Totally addicted.
I don't drink Pepsi, I drink Coke.
He used to be a Coke person, and one day he was just like, nah. And I think it was when Pepsi did the change of...
Coke changed the recipe.
And then he was like, dead to me. Anyway, he really liked the socks, and then I said to him, it looks like Pepsi logo. And he said, oh, I like them even more now.
That's awesome.
Which made me like them even less. Anyway, that's as far as it goes with the polka dots, because I don't want dots on the sole of my foot. Because the texture will be different against the sole of my foot, so I don't want that. And if you don't carry your yarn all the way across, you have to do intarsia. I don't want to. So they'll just be here at the top, and then the rest will be this blue.
They're gorgeous.
Which is, what do you call it when it's got little bits?
Flecked?
No.
Freckled?
A non-knitter would say flecked, and that works because I've forgotten the word. And I don't have the label. Oh, what's it called? It's going to irritate me.
Oh.
It's going to be those things that in half an hour I'll say, it's
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweed! It's a tweed yarn.
Oh, is that a tweed yarn.
This is what we would call a tweed yarn. Can you see the bits?
I like my description of flecked better.
Well, tweed yarn's main characteristic is that it has flecks. So tweed is normally a woven material, but of course because they've adopted it to put it in yarns, that's what it's called. And I do like tweed, and I do want to buy some tweed yarn.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm very excited about my wee socks.
Very cool.
And yesterday, as every good floss tuber, I was thinking, oh, I really should do some cross stitch. And like every bad floss tuber, I was like, nah. Polka dot socks.
Nice.
It is funny what goes through your head, like I ought to. Mm-hmm, I was like,
I know, you're just setting your own rules there. Do whatever you want.
I'm my own person. I can do my socks if I want to.
Oh.
So anyway, I'm very happy with this. So that was another thing that I did. Sorry, I hope people have a cup of tea.
She still seems to have, seeing what she's got on the floor over. You still seem to have plenty to go.
Oh, there's just because it's a fortnight. I mean, like, a fortnight that sort of converted itself to 2 blooming weeks. Mm. So the other thing that I'm doing. Oh, see, I'm wearing my slippers. Remember, I made these slippers with secondhand.
Yes.
It was my recycled yarn. So I had some left over, and I know that if I don't use it now, I'll never use it. It'll be years. So I decided that I was going to make myself double knit socks.
Nice.
So I'm making myself some double knit socks. So I've done the heel flap now. In fact, what happened is I had to use a different cast on. I have very thin feet and wrists. You would think the rest of my body would behave accordingly, but no. So this is very narrow, and I didn't think my foot would get in. Mm. And so I made another 2 socks, bigger.
Yeah.
Then I got to this point in the knitting, and I could try it on, and this was fine.
Yeah.
So I unraveled the others, so that was fine. It's knitting. Knitting's on knitting. It's
so
fine.
what makes it a double knit sock?
The thickness.
Right.
So, if you compare, this is fingering, and this is double knit. Can you see the difference in thickness?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll see how these go. I quite like the idea of having thicker socks, just to try. I don't have a pattern, but I did cast on 40 stitches, and I expanded my brain, and I learnt a new cast on technique.
Good job.
And you know how resistant I am to knitting. I'm like, I can't be bothered.
You're like, I know all I need to know.
I know all I need to know. Like, leave me alone. This is not a PhD. I don't need to keep knowing more stuff. But no, this is a stretchy cast on. So it's like, anyway, very happy with these. And I think I hope I have enough for the 2 socks. And then that will be that.
Excellent.
And I did promise, I did badger Martin to let me make him a pair of socks. Badger. He finally says yes. I still haven't cast this on.
Why would you have to badger him to make him some socks?
Oh, he's a funny man. Men, I was going to say men get their funny ways. We get funny as we get older. And on the one hand, he's like, I don't want you to do extra work. And I'm like, but I like knitting and I like doing things for you. Mm. So anyway, badger. And then now that I've gained approval, I'm like, nah, I've got things to do.
Now that the patriarchy has said, yes, do this thing for me.
Oh my God, you're onto my household. Speaking of the patriarchy, he's going to the pub after ping pong.
Oh.
I don't know what's happening in the world.
That's right, you're much better off here going looking at all your craft projects.
Right? Anyway, he's got a new job. I didn't tell you, he's got a new job.
He's liking it.
He's enjoying it. There's a lot to learn. So Martin was going to retire, but we didn't sell our house. And just a job just sort of appeared. He applied and he got it. So it's just a 1 year. So at the end of this, he will retire. So he'll retire when he's 64. But he's going to finish his working life working in a museum.
Nice.
Which is super cool.
Nice.
He was telling me about stuff. He was talking about the sort of people that work in museums. I was like, yeah, they're like librarians, darling.
I bet you, though, he was wishing he's working at the Auckland Museum at the moment.
Why?
Because they have got a huge black T-Rex skeleton, real T-Rex skeleton, currently on loan from a private collection in Germany. And they were putting it up. Watching the news last night. Oh, it looked like one of those giant puzzles. It'd be awesome to do.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that.
And it's black because of where it fossilized and the nutrients in the soil.
in the Black Forest. Ooh, that's exciting.
Very cool.
That's exciting.
It's very cool. But I think I have issues with things like that being in private collections. I feel all dinosaurs are so cool that they should be in public viewing. But that's just me.
Yeah, I'm not bothered.
Pretty much only because I'll never be able to afford my own dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm not bothered. Martin was saying, so we're daydreaming holidays, and there's a place in the US which is like, I don't know what it's called, because that's Martin's domain, arranging holidays and deciding where I must go. Because I am a heathen. And he said, oh, we have to go here. It might be in Utah. And it's like Dinosaur Alley or something it's called, because there's just so many dinosaur, like, bits and bobs. Anyway.
That sounds awesome.
I did go... Sorry, just to horrify our American viewers. I did go to the Grand Canyon. And then we did go to a crater, which is relatively near the Grand Canyon. And then forever after that, I was like, you took me to America and you took me to a ditch and a hole.
That's brilliant.
I am a complete heathen.
Oh.
I was just breastfeeding in America. I had a 9-month-old. I was not interested. I was not interested in things.
Oh.
Martin had a great time though.
Yeah, but if you're in Auckland, go see the dinosaur and tell me about
Well,
it.
Sophia's in Auckland.
Oh, well, I don't know. There's
I don't think Sophia's bothered about dinosaurs.
Who's not bothered about dinosaurs?
She's more bothered about the
awesome.
nightlife. She's going to move to Auckland when she finishes her degree. Anyway, we have question time.
Beautiful.
So, had I shown this before, Victoria?
Yes, I think you have. This is your... Can I say what it is?
It's a little baby quilt.
Yep, for a friend.
Yes, it's for my friend who's becoming a grandma.
That's so cute. It's a Moses basket one, isn't it?
Well, it's either that... Well,
Or you got to put a big border on it and call it a cot quilt.
Well, it's not going to be a cot one. It's either going to be a Moses basket size or for the floor.
Yeah.
I do have to say, I suspect they won't like the colours.
Oh, the colours are gorgeous.
People are very traditional.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm just having fun. The reason I brought this, because I thought I had shown it to you. And in case you're wondering, no, there is no pattern.
Yeah, don't go looking for familiar.
Yeah, random. I had the best time doing this. But yeah, Max and I went to the op shops, as we do. And as I told Martin when I got home, I invested $1. And then I invested 50 cents.
Jeez, you blew the budget on that.
I know, right? So this is a pillowcase.
Excellent.
Dunedin has great op shops. If you come to Dunedin, half a day op shopping is what I recommend, at least. So you have to help me hold these things up. So if you hold this, what do you think? Do we go for the turquoise? Or do we go for the more of a greeny turquoise? So do we go to the Bahamas? Or do we go to the rainforest?
You go to the rainforest.
See, I think the rainforest brings the mood down.
Oh, really?
I think it's
love
somber.
that colour.
I love the colour, which is why I spent 50 cents on
blew
it.
the budget.
Yeah. But I think that brings the mood down. It's like, and now let's discuss the state of the universe. And this is like, woohoo! Let's have a chat.
Let's have a poll vote. You guys vote and we'll let you know which
Yeah,
one
let's
wins
know.
this
So
week.
do we go to the Bahamas or do we go to Brazil? This is more foresty. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Because of course, I keep asking people and they all choose this one. And I want them to choose this one. And of course, I've now decided that this is going to be a wide border around all sides. And then I'm going to bind it in yellow.
Oh, beautiful. I would definitely do the green then.
So who needs friends? Drat. Anyway, so that's that. You think I'm done, I'm not. I cast this on as well. And the reason I wanted to show you is because this is another recycled project.
That's gorgeous yarn.
So you've seen me wear this jumper. It was a polo
have seen
neck.
you wear this jumper. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
But I made it when A, I was slimmer, and B, I felt it was appropriate and desirable to have very fitted clothing. I'm really a Victorian lady. I just don't think at my age it's appropriate for me. You know, you do you. This looks enormous. Am I that enormous?
So did you unravel it? Is this the unraveled
Yeah,
jersey?
I unraveled the jumper, and I was showing on the interwebs, on Instagram, how I go about recycling it. So I've done all the good stuff, and I've now got all the yarn ready. And what I'm doing is, instead of knitting a jumper, I'm knitting a vest.
Nice,
So
I love a vest.
I think a vest is more in keeping with the heat I generate as a perimenopausal woman, and also kind of really practical.
Yes. Yep.
So yes, and I'm actually gonna.
And it's like business smart for your new head of corporate records job.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose I could wear. Yeah, I don't know. I look a bit ridiculous when I go to work, and I kind of like it. I wear a lot of embroidered clothes. Kind of like it. It'll be interesting because I'll be having to meet with important.
You be you. Don't.
I know, but sometimes
Don't let the capitalist society to dictate you.
I mean, I do have a range of clothing, but I do have fun wearing my ridiculous clothing as well. But anyway, I'm gonna be super trendy. I'm gonna have a high-low hem.
Ooh.
A split high-low hem. I've never done one of those because I am not an early adopter.
So
And
is
it's
that like high at the front and low at the back?
Yes.
Or is
Yeah. It's weird if you do it the other way around.
instead of it's not like an asymmetrical hem.
Well, that makes it asymmetrical. High and low.
Yes, yeah, but like the front is all one height and the
Oh,
back
that's
is all
right.
another height.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to that.
Yeah. So anyway, I love this colour.
This colour is stunning.
I just keep buying stuff in this colour. So,
Long may that last.
and it's such a comforting thing to do to knit. But I'm just wondering if this is just enormous. I tend not to like work out the maths, but count another project that I've done. Maybe it's, I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Anyway, I'll make progress. Oh God, I've got a lot to show. See, I did a lot more than that was not.
Yeah.
Where are we? One and
Yeah, I did say, oh, do you reckon it'll be a short video? I was like, no.
I did do a lot of my cardigan,
Excellent.
and because we've already learned. Oh my goodness, Liz from Pyramid Knits. She must be in Scotland. She went on it's just reminding me because I'm doing the pockets, because I'm never going to do afterthought pockets again because no. And she made this big whoopsie with her afterthought pockets, and I had a laugh about it with her. I hope she realised I was laughing with her, not at her. Anyway, she's gone walking to Scotland. What?
Nice.
What? Anyway, I've done loads.
You have done loads.
So I've started the pockets. And my pockets. Yes. There
That's
we go.
gorgeous.
And I'm making it a little bit longer, and I've got a little detail on the side because I like to do that. I have not made any mistakes with my lace.
The colour's a lot more louder than it appears to be coming through on video, by the way.
It's not loud. It's very muted.
Oh, see, no, I reckon it's quite Kermit. It's great.
I think I saw another green online. I was in a shoppy mood. I didn't buy it, and I was like, "That's the green I had wanted." This is kind of mellow.
No, it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous, but it's. See, I read it as brighter on camera.
Oh, see, no, I think it's bright and
Interesting. Anyway, I'm very happy with progress. It's going
gorgeous.
very well. So yeah, this has been sort of comfort knitting as well. So yes. So I've made progress with that. Can you see why I wasn't really cross stitching? I've just got one more thing to show you, just before you fall asleep. Yeah. So I made progress on my places I have lived blouse, top, smock thing. So you had seen everything apart from I've done quite a bit of the flowers.
They look great.
Oh, okay. So one of the things I did, remember how I was talking about the houses and where's my home, yada yada yada. So I've decided to do a subtle nod to what a house is. So I've got them on the side hems, and I've done that on both sides in red, like the Peruvian flag. I love how they're different sides. It's so cute. Anyway, I did that, and then I started on the flowers, which is them.
They are beautiful.
So what I do is I did a range of stems, and it's going to be a lot busier. And then I started with one, and I started doing Can you see? Just some little
Is that
bits
lavender?
of, that's lavender, yeah. And this is invented flower,
Lovely.
yeah. But I'm super happy with this, and I think what I'm going to do, I've seen, I follow a lot of makers from other countries. Like I've got Indian accounts that I follow with folk embroidery and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I see lots of things that I think, oh, nice. And there's like this, I've seen them do it around the hem. So it could be from Mexico as well. I follow Mexican and Guatemalan accounts as well. So around the edge of the wrist, cuff, to do some little, like maybe French knots. It's going to be quite cute, I think.
Very cute.
I love the, so often I'll be like, I don't have time. And then I spend 80 hours doing like silly little stitching. So much fun. So yeah. And it's autumn now. I could start wearing this.
Mm.
And I thought I could do the little hem as well with some French knots or colonial knots. I prefer colonial knots, partly because they're not used as often. So I'm quite contrary. So I'm like, oh, they're not used as often. I'll use those. So I might do that. Maybe an orange.
Are you going to iron it before you wear it, or do you just
No.
wear it wrinkles and all?
I quite like the wrinklies.
Mhm.
I don't believe in ironing. Oh my God, I went to an op shop the other day and they had 5 irons lined up. I said to Max, oh look, 5 other families have decided that ironing is wrong. Yeah. Martin, he didn't iron for about 10 years in New Zealand, and he started again about 3 years ago. I don't know what that's, I mean, he irons, yeah, whatever. I mean, I love that he irons the napkins and the tablecloths, but not on my account. He irons my work clothes when it needs it, which is nice. So, closing words. I'm lending these to Victoria, so I brought them anyway because I wanted to talk to you about them. So I have read them both. This was short and sweet. It's is it one? Yeah, it's a few short stories. So they were very quick. Written by Frances O'Rourke Dowell, and you can see the name there. And I've told you about her podcast. She's Rambly, which I love. I think she's fabulous. So it's just some light stories where it's kind of peppered with quilting as well, which is kind of fun.
Excellent.
So I definitely recommend it just for a bit of lightness. I bought them secondhand, which means they were inexpensive, but of course then I paid for the postage. I haven't seen them in New Zealand. And then this one, so they're not heavy reading. They're
Baltimore.
They're I can't remember where they live now. Anyway, so this is not. Oh yeah, she lives in North Carolina now. So this is not difficult reading, but what I really liked about the novel, I actually learned a bit about quilting, which was fun. But also, they actually tackled quite serious topics in this, which surprised me. I think at the heart of the novel is the idea of like being a newcomer in a small community and how hard it is to break in and make friends and all that sort of thing. So that was kind of interesting because I think we can all relate to this idea of, especially in small communities, like, you know, you can live in a place for 30 years and you're still the new ones or the incomers, you know? I mean, it's certainly not our experience in New Zealand, although people will always think of us as English, not New Zealanders. I mean, my kids are Kiwis. Don't you?
No,
That's good.
not at all.
That's good. Maybe it's a generational thing.
Could be.
Yeah. So anyway, definitely recommend this for quilty fun and just an interesting novel.
Excellent.
Yeah. So go read.
Is that all you wanted to show?
I think so. Oh my. Oh, not exactly cross stitch, but
It's not
close,
cross stitch at all. I've looked. It's not cross stitch.
Okay, drum roll, drum roll.
So I have signed up. You may have heard me say many floss tubes ago for a stitching class at Stitch Witches, which is the local needle workshop in Dunedin. And this is the class. I picked up the book last weekend, And I'm going to make all these beautiful things.
All of them.
Isn't that gorgeous?
So it's like
It's a sewing box.
yeah.
So obviously this is the sewing box. That's your needle book. That's your thimble holder. That's your measuring tape. That's your pin cushion. Have no idea what that is. Has
Which one? Which one?
The round one.
Oh, they're pins. It's a pin keep.
Oh, it's a pin
all
keep?
around. Can you see pin? You just put them in at the edge.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's a scissor sheath. That's a scissor fob. That's
Needles?
no, it's got a flat thing in there that for something. I can't remember. I did read about
Isn't
it.
that for needles though?
Could be. That is a thread spool holder.
A reel holder.
Reel
Yeah.
holder, thank you. And that is, I can't remember. And that's a box that goes in there. And how cute is it? It's got bunnies on it.
Is this fabric or embroidery?
That's embroidery.
Huh.
It's all done on a neutral. It's a pinwheel. Where is it?
Have they got ribbon embroidery there as well?
I don't know. Lots and lots of different things. See, there's the garden spool holder with like bees and stuff. What else we got?
We'll be cracking the whip,
Fits
Victoria.
in. So this class starts next month, and so I went and paid the deposit and bought the book at the same time, so I could go home and have a read.
This
and
is a
really just look at
long-awaited
the
class.
pictures. That.
Oh, that looks a bit 3D as well, like
Yes,
raised.
some of them seem to have stuffing under it.
Like stump work.
Stump work, that's
Right.
the word.
See, is that even ribbon? No.
No, I don't think it is ribbon. But I was looking at the, as part of the class, I purchased the kit. But there's whole piles of materials.
Have you got the kit now?
No.
Okay.
I don't imagine I won't get that till class time, which is probably just as well.
Nice.
But, you know, pages and pages of lists of... It was at the back, did it tell me? Yeah. So that's the list requirement of everything.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
It's late.
this is super cute.
Well done.
And the book is gorgeous. I'm very pleased.
So now you'll start talking about embroidery as well
Yes.
as cross stitch.
Yes, so Catherine won't be the only one in
That's right.
nut stitching.
I thought I was laughing about that today, thinking we're not a floss tube. We're just disguised as a floss tube.
We are.
Okay, so that's exciting for you.
That is very exciting for me.
What are your plans for the next couple of weeks?
Do what I feel like. I don't
Nice.
think there's anything. I'd like to get... I think I've got two smalls that I'd quite like to get finished before that class starts and our parcel arrives.
How many weekends is the class?
I think it's 3. So obviously there are sort of several weeks between, so
You'll get homework.
I'll get homework.
Yeah. Exciting. So yeah, don't put pressure on yourself. Just enjoy yourself, because you will
Yeah.
be. I know you. You'll be the good student in class. You'll want to keep up and all that shenanigans.
Yeah.
Great.
But it's cool. I'm super excited. What about you? What are your plans for the next fortnight?
Well, I'm just going to knit. It's autumn. Kidding. I would like. I had talked about the things that I'd bought that I was going to start, and I've just been frazzled, because one of the nice things about cross stitch is like a no thinking craft. Like, you look at your chart, you count, and you do it. But there is thinking at the beginning, because you have to think about your fabric, how big you need it to be. You have to pick your colours. So there is that level of thinking at the beginning, and if you're not in the mood, it's just too much. So I with actually all of my crafts, I prefer to be at the point where I don't have to think anymore. I've done all the thinking.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to do the thinking.
You have
and
to do that
haven't-
thinking base,
I just
yeah.
haven't had the capacity to do that sort of thinking. So I would like to start that. I've forgotten the name of that chart. The one that you bought, but was mine.
Oh, yep. The from
Yeah.
not Natasha.
Yeah, so I would like to get that one started, and I also got that book
Nash,
as
is it?
well.
Sarah and Susie Nash. Okay, anyway, yeah,
Stacey Nash.
that's it. It's one
I
of
don't know.
hers,
I
isn't
don't know that it's hers.
it?
But anyway, and I'd also bought that Blackbird Designs book.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted that patchwork pin cushion.
Yes.
So those two, I just haven't had the capacity, the mental capacity to sort of focus on that. So, you know, I have a lot of crafts. But I just feel a little bit frazzled at the moment. I think, you know, it's funny how we all get to that point.
That's my ear's gone me to I scratched and then it's gone up. There we are.
It's all right now. You know, we all get a little bit like this just before a holiday, don't we? Yeah, I think we're all ready to have a break.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, no pressure, but Kim, cataloguing my stitches. Where's your floss tube? No pressure.
Yes, pressure.
It's really nice when they all start popping up. The ones I'm watching a lot of knitting podcasts at the moment.
Nice.
So yeah. Anyway, hope everybody has a lovely April break.
Yes. Good job. And we will see you in a fortnight. So we are on Thursdays from now on for the foreseeable future.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
Great. Nice to see you.
Bye.
Have a good fortnight.